connection it's of a special kind. It's good. I'm playing and I'm listening and I'm connecting. If I drop dead, then the others should be able to continue the music, or the other way around. If they die, then you have to think that what I do should still be there. Soon.
One thing I'm curious about is how did you two have the idea to do this show, and why the title? Just it can be just the day. Yeah, day we were.
I have been working with Julyen as a dancer first. Oh. I met him as a dancer, and there was a connection. You can feel this with a musician and Julyen also writes poems, and he wrote a poem about a bassist, and you're not. Yeah, that's a good one. And then Julyen suggested when he was in Amsterdam, to have a version of that poem, that he would read the poem and I would play.
Okay.
So this is what we did. And then I think he decided that the idea of a fixed poem, that's not ideal. If it's a fixed poem, well, then when I play, then his stuff is preset, and what I do is improvised.
Ciao.
So,
Ciao.
Thank you so much. You also, great man. You found some of these silent spots.
Silent spots.
Yeah. This. I loved it. But then, if then one of the performance has a fixed story, and I have to improvise, then
yes.
Then what I do does not really influences the fixed stuff. And I don't remember whether we talked about it, but then Julyen decided, let's try an evening where I improvise stories or in poems, and I play. So this is what we did, and then it became really like. But also I could feel that what I did was changing the story. So, and Julyen is a master in improvising with words. That's really incredible, because he has no plan. You have a sentence, your words, and then so the story develops really by playing together.
So the only phrase that you have, and you maybe don't even put it in the spectacle, is Jack goes out of prison, and then it's
in one of those situations, Julyen came up with Jack got out of prison. He simply, that was definitely not a fixed thing. He simply came up, and then there's Jack and his brother, and And then we had all these recordings, and it made sense to have find a title, and that was Jack. But it's just coincidence, it's like, or not preset, or we didn't even practice. We just go on stage and.
But I mean, it's not even now a preset. It's just.
No.
That's just the title, and maybe not even coming in the.
No, but of course, if you have, we talked about you have some vocabulary.
Yeah.
In your movement or in my music, and with Julyen, one of the elements. Ciao. Enjoy, and thank you so much. It was really great. It makes me happy. So I think you would. Jack can come back. Jack can come back at any time. So who Jack is, we don't know.
Yeah.
That's all fine. It's just a person. And what is very, very interesting about this is when I play improvised music with musicians, I really like phrasing and like instant composition, so that because if you improvise, you can also go linear. So you start here and then this and then that, and then some people do this. And they can play for 45 minutes. But I like the awareness of possible endings. There's more like you improvise, but you also have it can become a composition. Then you have ending, and then you can start a new improvisation, which is refreshing and.
It gives attention also, knowing.
Yeah, but it also makes sense, because if I do a linear improv where I do all the stuff I can, and then next improvisation, what again? No, it's the trick is to, because you have total freedom. So the difficulty is to limit yourself, to not do everything you can, but to choose, this is an element, I'm going to work on this for this improv, and we'll see, we can develop it, but we stick to this idea, then find an ending, and then you have next improvisation, and it can be a totally different color and a different energy. I simply, that's also the way improvisation has developed in Amsterdam, so I really love it. And then with working with dance, I like it when there's this limitation in what you do, finding endings. It's so beautiful. And then you can continue, or you can go to some, but finding these. But then with words also have a meaning. That makes it extra complicated, because movement or sound, there's no meaning.
Just that.
It's just energy.
Yes.
But then words,
yeah,
they have both. They have an energy. There's the phrasing. But also with the words you're telling a story. And so, but somehow, with Julyen, it's never been a problem to find an ending of an episode, and then we would start with another story. But it's a different kind of listening, because I listen to the phrase, the energy, the story, but I cannot wait and illustrate If you say I am Alfred, I can say and then wait. No, it's not like that. So we play really at the same time. And then but then you also have to somehow get the understanding or understand the words of the content of what he's saying. I don't know how this works because I'm not waiting for his words to enter. I can really sense it. But of course, there's meaning. It's there would be if I would stop too early, then it would not make sense. So it's like with dance. I found the way Julyen explained it. Like I found a way to use my eyes to see the energy and the flow in the dance, and not so much the movement. If I only watch the movement, then I can only illustrate. Then if you jump, I do boom, or you go fast, I do do. No, it's not about that. I have to use my eyes to see where you're going, where you came from. That's with all the aspects, and with the words. It's the same thing. I have to listen, but I do not want to really understand every word. It's a bit strange.
It's not word for word. It's just like
it's not word for word.
It's fraseggio.
Yeah, but also there's content. There's so I cannot. I have to somehow also be connected to what he's actually saying. So somehow I can do it, but I don't know how it works. Because if I start to really listen to word by word, then I cannot play anymore. So.
And the way you move during the show, is connected also. Is for you to take more of what is coming, or is another way to improvise also? Is like a dance, or is
it? Well, I definitely am not a dancer, but I am very much aware of when I move with my bass and I found another position. There's a very different sound, which is always for me the where I am really makes a difference. And then so it would. I don't feel. It could happen tonight that I stay at my place and Julyen moves. Possible. Maybe that, but like yesterday, it felt like okay, and then you see what. So sometimes you're close by, and at one moment I saw all the light, and I thought it would be. I like to go to the back of the venue where it's darker to have a different. But then the physicality of the bass and the position, I think it makes a difference.
Yeah, no, it makes a difference. I was just curious about what what's the.
That's just it's
movement that you.
That is with the instrument. If I'm talking here or when I'm talking here, it already is very different in the space. So I like to use that, and I like to have the best spot for the bass. If I play a concert, I look for the best spot. It could be here, could be there. So okay, then But it's the same with when you move, when you use the space in where you are. It really makes a difference.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but that also it's also for the sound. So it is nice to have the opportunity to do this, to find a spot where you. I know that it visually makes a difference, but for me also sound-wise, but also for if you would dance with me, and I would be really around you with the instrument, it would be very different. If you would be there and I would be there, that's a different connection. So and yeah, it's also the basis. Of course, it's an entity. It is something. It is. If I would play flute, it would be very. But the basis, yeah, it's a big thing.
And you say that this contrabbasso, this I don't know the name in English. You choose it after some time because it's you could have used one bigger even, but you say this gives better sound, stronger sound.
The smaller. I was looking because the big bass, like in jazz, those bigger bass, they are very nice, but they are a bit limited in dynamics. If I have a big bass at home, if I do this, the bass says no. So it's more like voo 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 voo, beautiful. That works. But if I was then my big bass no.
I don't.
And then I found this small one, and it has boo boo yeah, but then gang, gosh, it is, and I have no other word. It projects, so it's the gang. It's really there, and with the big bass, I do gang, and then it's somewhere in the space, but woo. So what you need to improvise it is you got to develop your skills and your personality, but you should not have a too big ego. There are people improvising with a very big ego, and when I play with them, it does not matter what I do because they are improvising, but not together with me. It's just really.
You just have to follow if you want to.
Well, no, I never follow.
Okay.
I do my stuff, but if I cannot feel that it matters what I do, and then so what? Then okay, we finish the night and then ciao.
And that's it.
That's it. It's
and the places also give you a different feeling for the improvisation. Like this theater gave you something that.
Yeah. Well, there's for the bass, the sound is good here, but also the connection with the audience, or the audience connecting to that really makes a difference also. And of course, when I started playing, I was aware of the audience. But after a few years, I realized that the listening is not passive. When the audience is listening, it has an energy. It's not like no, it's like, and then the audience becomes part of the decisions. Because if the audience really is with you, then the silence or the bang, and then you find so you can feel with the audience. The audience is totally part of the music. How long you can do this stuff. So of course that if there would be audience moves a bit like this, lots of noise, then okay, then you have to let the curtain down and focus on stage. But that's not the nicest thing. It's much nicer if you have audience and they also don't know what's going to happen. So if they are really there, you can feel it. You feel it as an energy, which gives you information for what you're doing and what the next step can be. That's. I mean, there was one question. Because one of the girls, she asked, "Is it like a conversation when you perform?" And that's many people say, like, if you improvise, it's like a conversation. But no, if a conversation is that I talk and then you listen. And I hope, and I try to feel that you understand what I'm saying, but then I have to wait. But in music and dance, everybody is talking at the same time. When I do boom boo and I wait for your movement, that would be totally silly. So it is not a conversation. It's a very different thing. It is, and the easiest way to explain it is if I play with musicians, like in a conversation, the most efficient way to connect is the one-on-one. I'm talking to you, so my focus is I'm not talking to the person there. I'm talking to you, so it's very narrow. And so most people who start to improvise, they play and when they are on stage, they listen to the guitar player. Oh yeah, but they don't hear the flute player or a saxophone player because they. But with music, and I'm sure with dance also. You don't have to go one-on-one. Because music is easy, because music is in the room. So if I focus on the sound in the room, I can close my eyes and I can, where the sound is, I can hear you, I can hear her, I can hear everybody. I don't have to be panicky looking around what someone is doing. I can hear it already. So the nice thing about that is if I focus where the music is or the energy is, then I have the same proximity. You know that word? Distance?
Yes.
Or my distance is this, but a proximity is this.
Yes, prossimità.
Yeah.
Stessa vicinanza.
So if I focus there, I have the same proximity to every player because everybody is there. And I have the same proximity to my own playing because I'm listening to my own playing where it all gets together, which which is so beautiful. I don't have to panic. It's like, oh, what's happening? It's no, I just. And then, so of course, I'm connected to what I do, but I'm not in a cocoon. It's not, if I would be simply here, that doesn't make sense. I have to, and I feel what my sound does in time and space. So, with music, that's. I don't know of any other medium where that's possible. Like, but with dance, if you're sensitive enough to use your eyes and get the sense of the energy and the movement and the grouping in the space, then it's possible to have a similar sensation.
Yeah,
So
you was talking about that before.
Yeah, okay.
To occupy that you enter a space and you occupy all the space.
Yeah.
With your entering.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, all the other also do that.
Yeah.
They used to.
Yeah.
And
so you don't have to worry. You don't have to. And there will be moments where the connection is extra strong, with the guitar player, but you never ever lose the overall view. So that's very much the same with the dance. You're definitely as a group, you're changing, occupying, filling the room. So also with dance, it's nice to use your eyes in a more blurry way, like not. So there will be moments where you're really one-on-one, but then you also have all this energy and movement on different parts, and even behind you. So you can feel. So if you work with the right people, you can feel that there's this energy, this movement behind you. So when I started doing this with dancers, and once I trusted that I could see the energy and the flow, and I also totally trusted when a dancer would be behind me, as I could not see, but you can still totally connect. Intriguing. It's very nice. It's
it's clear.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's great.
It's great.
It's so beautiful. Thanks, man.
Thank you very much. Really.
Thank you.